We start here this hour. An attempted murder suspect in relation to the alleged racist attack in the Free State is expected in court this morning. He'll appear in the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court. Two others charged with common assault and crimen injuria have already appeared. In a viral video taken on Christmas Day, two black boys can be seen being attacked by a group of white men. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is following the story and joins us for the very latest. Good morning, Siphamandla. You know, this particular case has garnered a lot of interest across the country. We're expecting one of the gentlemen to appear today on attempted murder charges. How is it looking just outside insofar as protesters or those that are very interested in proceedings today?
Indeed, that public interest is exhibited and displayed outside the Magistrate's Court precinct in Bloemfontein. There are people protesting outside, just ordinary members of the community, but members of various political parties. My colleague Mkhomotsi Siduku will show you inside court, the public gallery. Already there are members of various political parties ranging from the ATM, AZAPO and the EFF. They are protesting outside, showing support to the family of the victims. And just across Bloemfontein, people are talking about this racism matter. They are saying it shouldn't have happened and they want to see justice. Already two accused persons have been arrested. They appeared in court yesterday. They were released on warning and they were ordered to appear on the 25th of January next year. So the expectation today is that when this main suspect who's facing attempted murder charges appears today, the matter is likely going to be postponed to the 25th of January. But all of that will be confirmed by the court. The expectation is that he will have to join other accused persons and they will have to appear together on the 25th of January. And he is facing the main charge here, which is attempted murder. And there was too much controversy around that charge because initially when the family wanted to press charges, it is reported that they were told they can only open a case of assault. But after so much public pressure and outrage, and after the police had to review the video footage of a man who is seen attempting to drown the African boy, it was decided that actually that charge can be changed to attempted murder. So that's how we got here. He was arrested separately. He spent the night in custody because when the other two were arrested, he was not found. But yesterday afternoon, police were able to track him down. They arrested him. He is behind bars as we speak. He's going to appear today here. There's too much interest, and already the family of the two African boys has indicated that they will be instituting civil litigation in this matter. They will be suing the victims for the emotional trauma and the verbal and physical abuse that the two African boys had to go through. And earlier on, I spotted the father of the two boys entering the court precinct. I have not seen him here at this moment, but I know for a fact that the parents of the two African boys are already inside the court precinct. They've appointed Mr. Zolama Javu to represent them, and he has told eNCA that indeed they will be suing. Let's take a listen.
A good thing that I can tell you now is that from the management of the resort side, we also have additional information and footage that we are passing on to the state, to the police, so that they can make of it whatever they want. Because our job is to collaborate and assist. And whatever the court decides, we will welcome it. And at the same time, because of the collaboration, I will also be getting useful information from the state, which I will use for purposes of civil litigation, because we are definitely going to sue. There's no doubt about it. The boys, as I'm talking to you now currently, are getting counseling. I have a team of volunteers. Some of them come from the government departments, others are private, people who are doctors and psychiatrists. And I said to them, look, my job is to assemble a team and manage the proceedings. So if people are willing to come out and assist, my clients will welcome that assistance. It's not about me. It's about us making sure that we ameliorate the trauma that these children have gone through. Incidentally, these children were born post-democracy, so they don't even understand these issues.
All right. Now, Siphamandla, the charge of in this instance, the charge of attempted murder is, of course, more serious than common assault. Is there perhaps an expectation by some of the protesters that this particular suspect would be remanded in custody and only then brought out on the 25th of January when they all appear again?
That's the expectation. That's what many people would wish for. When he appears today, we'll get an indication from the magistrate whether the bail application hearing will get underway today or it will be postponed to the 25th of January. Let me brief you and our viewers that you will see the public gallery is empty now, simply because all those who were attending this matter, we've just been told by the police officer that due to space limitations, they are moving this matter to courtroom 20 because it's a bigger court compared to this one. So all the public members who are attending this have relocated to courtroom 20. That's where we will go after this. But the expectation is that the magistrate will give an indication whether bail application hearing will get underway today. If that is not the case, the accused person will be remanded in custody up until the 25th of January, when he will be joined, or when he joins the other two accused persons in this matter. So all of that will transpire inside court. But the general sentiment out there from the family members of the two African boys and from their legal representatives and just general public members is that they are opposed to the suspect or the accused person being granted bail.
There are many elements to this story. I know yesterday you got to speak to the resort and they refused to give some sort of an official statement. Just take us through what exactly happened in your engagement with them.
So when we arrived here, our first point of call, we went to the resort. We wanted to offer them a right of reply. We explained to them that in order for this story to be balanced, they need to give us their side of the story. We did tell them that with or without them, the story will be aired, but it's only fair and ethical, and it's the right thing to do to give them a right of reply, because this racism incident happened in their own premises. They are a business establishment. South Africa has got a historical past of injustice, and racism allegations are very serious. When we got there, we found a local manager whom, in principle, I must be fair and honest, was willing to give us a comment, but he said he needed to refer to his superiors. He needed to get permission to comment. And when he contacted his superiors, he told us that they are in Australia and they gave him strict instructions not to comment. They said actually eNCA must be charged a fee for entering their premises because it's a resort. We need to pay to enter. After paying, we need to leave. We said to him, well, we still insist on giving you a right of reply. If you don't want to exercise it, it's up to you, but we will air the story. So they flatly refused to comment, and we told them that the perception out there will be you are siding with the racists. And they said, well, it's fine. Let people conclude what they want to conclude. They are not going to comment on this matter. So that was the end of story. We even asked to have their contact details, that should they change their minds in the future and they would want to comment, they said there will be no need. They will not be commenting on this matter. So that's the attitude that we got. But after the local manager, whom we found on the ground, was willing to comment, the attitude and the tone changed after he engaged his superiors, whom he said were based in Australia or were on vacation in Australia.
No, quite unfortunate that they wouldn't want to put a version out there of at least what they saw. But when perhaps walking around the premises, did you perhaps spot any cameras that could perhaps corroborate any version that is being put out there?
Indeed, there are cameras all over the place, and there are video footages that are circulating, just showing what really happened. I think there is a segment of 4 video footage that has emerged showing the African boys approaching the gate of the swimming pool and showing some of the accused persons in this matter, preventing them from going inside, and a number of white people who were swimming there just leaving the pool when the African boys came to swim there. So there is evidence and there is footage that paints a picture of what happened, and we understand that police have been able to source that footage from the resort itself. So there is no shortage of evidence and footage in this matter. It will be up to the police to piece it together, and it will be up to the prosecution really to present it in court, and it will be up to the court to accept or reject that, and for this matter to get underway and finally be concluded. No matter the outcome, the family of the African boys who were victimized in this matter say they just want justice, they want this matter to be over, whether the perpetrators, the accused persons here, who have rights, by the way, are found guilty or not guilty. It doesn't matter to them. They say they will still be suing for emotional trauma because the boys were verbally and physically abused, and there are allegations that a K-word was uttered during that process. So there is footage that the establishment has and that the police have been able to view. It paints a picture and shows clearly what transpired during that Christmas Day, which was supposed to be a special day for the family, but unfortunately it was ruined by this racism incident.